All right, so we're gonna drop the rear end of the truck. And the way this works is the leaf springs the axle sits on top of the leaf springs. And what you're doing is you're not actually lowering the truck, you're raising the rear axle. So we're gonna undo the U-bolts that are under there, raise the axle, and then put this big ass aluminum block between the axle and the spring. Now there are better ways to lower the rear end of the truck. This is by far the cheapest. And again, this is all about as budget friendly as we can. This is just, you know, these are budget builds. Basically the process, we've got the truck up on jack stands and the wheels are chalked in the front. The rear end is raised. So here's your shock tower. And as you can tell, the shock tower is supposed to be up here in one piece connected at the top. And the whole shock is basically foobar. Hi. The whole shock is foobar at this point. So we're going to replace the shocks. We've got Beltec shocks we're putting in to go with it. So the first step is going to be to undo the shock bolt, but leave it on the bottom plate. Then we're going to try to break these loose, the bolts under the bottom plate. We're going to put a jack under the differential to support it. And then once we get these off and the jack is supporting the differential, then we'll actually come in and lift up on the hub, lift the whole axle up, and put that aluminum block in right here and raise the axle up 4 inches. And then there's new U-bolts that will go over it, and then we'll just lock it down and put the new shock in. It's really not that difficult to do the rear. It's a one-person job as long as you can lift the drum by yourself and put the block in. It's easier with 2 hands, but that's basically the breakdown. And I think I'm going to set the camera up and then just record. All right, shock is loose. So I get all this shit off of here. Okay. All right, so we sprayed it. And now we're just gonna give each bolt few hits. Yeah. Let it sit for a little bit and penetrate the threads. Basically, while we're waiting on the catalyst to work, so much dust and debris. We're going to go ahead and pull the upper shocks out. The bolts for the upper shock. These, like I said, are foobar. Wait till you see. Well, actually, the shock's not bad, but there's no recoil. Like, it's not even coming back out. It's just stuck all the way bottom. The rear shocks were completely blown. So we'll put the new shocks in while we're waiting on this. This is the way shocks are supposed to work. When you compress them, they're supposed to come back. Okay, there it is. The U-bolts are disconnected. I'm gonna get out from under it, move the brake line a little bit, knock the U-bolts out, and then we'll start raising this up. I'm going to use the jack now to raise the differential up a little bit. See if I can get it up enough to put the block through. Okay, now these blocks are tapered, so you can see this side is shorter than this side. The short side goes to the front. Got it seated. Drop it down a little bit more. Make sure it settles. All right, one side done. Now I gotta do the other.